weekly FMP journal, number 6. The last one for this half term. And it's the holidays. I'm so excited. So, during our movement class, I think we worked really well as a group. I think it was a really good idea of Krista's to split us up into 2 groups and working on things so that we could get more material and more people's voices could be heard. We worked well together during the session because we had multiple people taking initiative at the same time, yet still having that direct person leading the group. In my group, it was Zara. That worked really well because everyone in our group was comfortable with her taking charge, because we can trust her ideas and we can trust that she knows what is best for the scene and best for us to do. I think, but at the same time, she is comfortable with other people taking charge if she thinks their ideas are better than hers. I think another way we worked well together was overcoming the challenge of not having a Cassie when creating a scene. We overcame this by Zara stepping forward and reading her lines. We worked hard making sure everyone knew what we were doing in the situation, so that when the casted Cassie came back in the scene and Zara got put back in, we all knew and understood what was needed of us to bring the scene to life and make it so good. I think something that worked well this week was incorporating the Britney Spears dance into the Cassie scene. I think this because it adds contrast to some of the other scenes in the play and creates a lot of fun for the actors in this scene. I also think it worked well that we now have 2 variations of the whole scene that Krista approves of. To extend this idea, I think it would be really cool to combine the 2 groups of movement so that each person is doing something different to the person next to them. This should create something visually pleasing to the audience and make the scene something they remember a lot. Unfortunately, something I think didn't work so well was doing the you and younger you scene without the person playing you. I think it didn't work because us and Krista had a lot of ideas but could never try them properly because we didn't have the lead of to have the full effect, and that person also had a few ideas of her own that she couldn't try that day. Thankfully, we did overcome this slightly. We ran the ideas as best we could, and the girl playing you voice noted someone her ideas to play to Krista when we had the chance, so that her ideas could be heard too. I'm praying this scene goes the way we all want it to go, and hopefully we can make it work. Fingers crossed. Anyway, the key question for this week was, what do you need to prepare for over Easter to ensure you're ready to go into intensives when we come back? The main things we need to prepare are lines and making sure that we learn our lines and harmonies. We've been given the script and we've been taught the songs and given tracks to help revise them, so it is expected that Alex shouldn't need to go over them with us. Lines need to be learned so that we are off book by the time we come back from the holidays. This is important so that we can properly act the scenes instead of carrying a bit of paper or a folder that can quite easily get in the way of everything. Learning harmonies can also save Alex a lot of time during the intensive weeks of not going over them. I think it's fine to ask to go over them in the breaks, but not during rehearsals, as this can waste everyone's time if only one person doesn't know what they're singing. And finally, learning what movement is needed in each scene, maybe coming up with your own ideas, would be very helpful for intensives, as Lindsay can crack straight on with the new material and not worry about us forgetting what the important things she taught us before Easter. Especially the lifts, we need to make sure we remember how to lift people safely.